if you're just like me, you're probably sitting around thinking, like, what happened yesterday? How did the San Francisco 49ers lose a game that they should have won and had in their fingertips? It was theirs to win. But unfortunately, they fall to a team they probably shouldn't have lost to. So, typically on Mondays, Baldy's breakdowns come out. They're always fire. We always love the insights that he brings to the table. So he's pointing to a couple plays that could have had a huge difference in this game. And honestly, I didn't even see it live. So this was my first time seeing it and seeing it broken down. And I have some thoughts on the other side. So take a look at Baldy breaking it down like he always does.
Play with just 4 minutes to go in the game. 49ers up 24-17. First and 20 after the juice hold. This might be the longest that Brock Purdy has ever held the ball in his life. 3-man rush, you can't block it any better. He's got all day. He can go check your Snapchat, my Snapchat, his own email. He's got all the time in the world. And eventually, he throws it to his favorite receiver, Juwan Jennings. But on the play, and I would never question, I rarely ever question the decision of Brock. But right here, Ayuk fakes like he's blocking, and he's right down the seam. The free safety is on the other side of the field covering over the top right here. And there's Brock Purdy, like on the release. And I'm pretty sure he's looking at him. And I just don't know why right here he doesn't throw it to him. It's a touchdown. If he just lays it up to an open patch of grass at SoFi, I mean, that game is done. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he didn't throw it. He ended up coming out here and picking up 5 yards to Jennings, which is, all right, safe. But I thought there was a game-winning touchdown right there in that moment. Talented young defensive line that the Rams have. But this Jared Verse caught my eye. Like this spin right here, like his ability just to affect the quarterback and get to the quarterback. Play after play after play. Watch the burst right here. Bam! Like just flatten down the line of scrimmage. Long, quick. You watch watch him beat this trap by Dominic Pooney right here. Like he sees it right away and he beats it. And he's there in the backfield, slowing down Jordan Mason right here, allowing all his troops to come and tackle him for no gain. But it was started with Versus penetration. And then you just watch just his movement. You got to watch the movement right here. Like, and the power, the sheer power, getting right to Brock Purdy. Time and time again. Like, he was the best pass rusher on the field, I thought, all day here. Again, in SoFi. Tight end chips up, here comes the power. Down goes Brock Purdy. Over and over and over again. Just power. Like this right here, just collapsing the pocket over and over again. Right side, left side, up the middle. Man, Purdy's got to just do his best to get out of harm's way right there. Jared Verse showed me, along with Kobe Turner and Braden Fisk, all right, and Byron Young, this might be the best young defensive line in all of football right now.
So like I mentioned before, I was at the game, I was at the stadium, so when I'm there, I'm getting as much content as I can. So I don't always see everything, and we don't have the luxury of replays and things like that. And I saw on the broadcast that they really pinpointed that particular play and how open Ayuk was. I didn't know that had occurred. I'd seen people talking about it, but I didn't see any references on the timeline or anything. So seeing it for the first time, Brandon Ayuk is pretty open, and it does look like Brock is staring at him, and it looks like he's really contemplating throwing it to him, but he doesn't. And which is interesting because I thought one of my biggest takeaways from that game was Brock's willingness to push the ball downfield. It felt like consistently for 60 minutes, he had eyes downfield. He was looking to take the deep shot. If it wasn't there, he would progress down to different reads. And so watching it back and seeing him pass up that shot to Ayuk, which probably would have been a touchdown, you're just kind of like, what happened there? What are we thinking? Was it maybe a situation where I I can't even give you a good justification of like what, because I don't know. I'm not in his head, and I'm not thinking through what he's thinking and what he's processing. So I don't know if he saw the safety there and just didn't feel like it was a good enough spot for him. I'm not sure, but obviously you score a touchdown there and the complexion of the game changes. So now, unfortunately, here we are talking about this stuff, and then you can also see the clips of Colton McKivitz going up against Jared Verse, the rookie that the Rams have selected, and they've seemingly done a really good job of building up their defensive line, and Colton was definitely struggling in pass protection with Verse, obviously, as you could see from Baldy's breakdown. So that obviously is something that you don't want to see. I think with Colton McKivitz, we have to assume he's going to give up multiple pressures a game. It's just, I think it's a kind of similar thing with McGlinchey, is you just have to hope that they don't come at critical moments. Because we know, like, he's paid as I think like the 34th highest paid right tackle in the league, or tackle in the league. So he's not expected to be some all-pro. So you kind of live with the bumps and bruises that come along with him playing tackle. But again, the biggest thing is you hope there are not critical losses. And you had the strip sack where they were able to get the ball heading into scoring drive that came on his side, and those are the things where you're like, okay, we can't have that. That's not acceptable. We can accept certain pressure, like 2 or 3 pressures a game. Like, I can live with that from Colton McKivitz because I don't expect him to be a top tackle in the league. But it's when they come at the critical moments, that's what we can't have. Those are the unacceptable mistakes and errors that got to get cleaned up. So again, a game the 49ers should have won. They had in the bag, and it slipped through their fingertips. And I think these were a couple plays that kind of showcased why maybe they weren't. And there were a lot more. And, obviously there's the defense and special teams. It wasn't just the offense. It wasn't just Colton McKivitz. It wasn't just this missed pass to Brandon Ayuk. There's a lot of things. There was a lot of things. Coaching was involved. Again, all three. This was a full team loss. We talk about it sometimes as there's full team wins. This was a full team loss. It took everyone involved to kind of let this thing slip through the cracks. So that's what a lot of the conversation will be today surrounding the San Francisco 49ers, and it is what it is. It comes with the territory. You play like that, and you let a team like that beat you. That's what's going to happen. So let me know what you guys think about Baldy's breakdowns, my thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.